Alright, good day people. On today's section we'll be teaching you how to draft our sleeve. After drafting the front, we want to draft the sleeve. So first and first, as usual, we are going to rule a straight vertical and horizontal line. A straight vertical and horizontal line. Alright, so after rolling that, the next thing is we are going to take 1.7, a constant figure, 1.7 inches, 1.7 inches. Then we roll a straight line on the 1.7 inches. Are we good? Yes. So after rolling a straight line on the 1.7 inches, we are going to get our full length from the top line, and our full length is 23.5. so you mark out, you add 1 inches to the full length. So instead of 23.5, it's going to be 24.5 from the top line. 24.5. Then you roll a straight line. Now this 1 inches that we add is for our coning and our sewing allowance. I said what is our coning and our sewing allowance. I want to cross check to make sure the line is straight and accurate. Alright, so after getting that, the next thing is we want to get our bisect. So you are going to get your bisect divided by 2 plus 2.5. Our bisect is 13. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5 plus 2.5 is going to give us 9. So bisect divided by 2 plus 2.5 to get your big arm bisect. So it's going to give us 9 inches. So you mark out 9 inches. 9 inches. Then you roll a straight line on the 9 inches. Okay, once you get a straight line done, the next thing is your small bisect, your small sleeve. You're going to get your bisect divided by 2 exact. Bisect divided by 2 is what? 6.5. So you mark out 6.5 exact. Now you roll a straight line. Alright, the next thing we want to do is we want to get our arm line. Our arm line is your bisect. To get your arm line, your bisect divided by 2 minus 0.2. Bisect divided by 2 is 6.5 minus 0.2 is going to give us 6.2. Bisect divided by 2 minus 0.2. So 13 divided by 2 is 6.5 minus 0.2 give us 6.2. So you roll your straight line on your 6.2. I think the other measurement I didn't give is wrist to elbow. Our wrist to elbow is 10 inches. This is our wrist, please watch. So you take the wrist to the elbow. The wrist to the elbow is 10 inches. So you measure from the wrist to the elbow 10 inches. 10 inches, 10 inches, and you roll a straight line. Alright, so once you get the straight line, basically we've got the basic things. Now from here is we want to start our calculation. So please let me use another color to rule this line so you know that this is our top line. So you will not get confused with this lower line. Okay, so are we good now? Now the next thing is we want to do the alteration now. Now from this 2 inches and this 1.7 that we take, you are going to mark out 0.5 2 times, 0.5, 0.5. Are we good? Now on your arm line, you will not take anything. On your elbow line, you're going to take 0.2. Coming to the down part, you're going to take 2.5. So you mark out 2.5. So now we are going to connect the 2.5 to the 0.2 and to the first half inches that was taken. So you connect. Are you sure you not take this from the back? Yeah. So you get the curve. Okay. So once you get the curve this way, the same curve that is here, you are going to initiate it to this point. So, but there's going to be a slight difference. Now it's going to be 1 inches first before 0.5. Coming to this down part, the same 0.2 that is here, you're going to take it. Coming to the down part, the same 2.5, that is what you're going to take on this point. Then you're going to connect them together. Inch curve, a curve like this, and coming to this down point, a curve as well. Alright, are we good? Now coming to this inner point, you are going to take 0.5, this point to 0.5. Now you are going to connect them together. From this point, you connect it downward. Are we good? The same thing to this point. Alright, so once you get your curve, the next thing we want to do is at this top point, you're going to get your bisect divided by 2 exact. Now we are working on this 1.7. You get your bisect divided by 2 exact. Remember, when we want to get our arm line, we get our bisect divided by 2 minus 0.2. So we are going to minus that 0.2 now. Coming to our bisect line, we're going to mark out 0.7. So you connect the 0.7 to the exact bisect divided by 2. Okay, once you do that, we want to get our top curve now. So you place your tape this way. From your bisect divided by 2 to the actual line, divided by 2, you take it up. Now this is your middle cap. Now you get your curve touching the middle, touching the 0.2, blending it this way. So make sure it touches the cap. Yes, once the curve touches the cap this way, then you try to get a nice curve touching the 0.2. So you get a curve. So this is how to get a curve. Are we good? Now next thing on this armhole, so you place your tape, you get a middle, then you get your curve touching the middle, then you bring it up back, get your curve touching the middle, then you bring it up. Are we good? Now this way. Now we are basically done with the curve. The next thing is this down point. We want to get our shape. Now on the actual line, you are going to come down with your 2 inches hemming allowance, 2-inch hemming allowance, 2-inch hemming allowance. Then you rule a straight line. Okay. Now there's something we should do on trousers. We don't cut on this point because if you fold it, it won't be enough. You will just open this point. The same thing, you open this point. We are actually done with the sleeve drafting. If there's any question, you can ask your question. Now after that, we are going to mark out our sewing allowance so we can measure the circumference together with the suit circumference. So this is what we're going to do. You mark out 0.2 sewing allowance, 0.2 sewing allowance on this edge and on this edge. So we are going to measure from the sewing allowance to this top, then you stop, you continue from this sewing allowance all through to this point, then you stop. So let's quickly get the curve now. Place our tape together. So don't rush, just take your time to get. This is 7.7. You place the 7.7 on the next mark. Don't rush, just take your time. 7.7. This is 19.6. 19.6. 19.6. Okay, so please can scan through. If there's any question, you can ask a question and do well to draft yours very well. So let's move to the suit now and measure the differences. Thank you. The next thing we do is we are going to mark out our same 0.2 sewing allowance, 0.2 sewing allowance. Then on this dot line, we're going to take 0.2, 0.2. So we are going to measure from this 0.2 to this point, then we are going to stop. We'll continue from here. So let me use this chalk so it will be visible. Here, so from here to here, we skip from here to this chalk to this point, then all through. So you place your tape. What we have here is 4.9. So you place the 4.9. Please, I think you have to come close so you can see it. 4.9. You get your curve. You stop at that point. This is 10 inches. So you skip the 10 inches. And you place on the other mark. You measure it round. This is, where is this? Let me see. This is 17.6. 17.6. And the other one is 19.6. These are already 2 inches different. And the difference we need is 1.5 to 1.7. If it's a big size, we need 2 inches. So we already have excess of 0.2. So let me show you how to reduce the 0.2 excess. You are going to reduce this from the small sleeve. Instead of you dropping this, if you notice I drop it a little, so you alright, so you just reduce this. So let's measure now. Now we are looking for 19.4. So you place your tape. This is 7.4. You place your tape 7.4. You get your curve. Don't rush, just take your time. Alright, this is it. 17.4 exact. Are we good? So basically that is all for the drafting. We can view it very well before we cut, and after the cutting we get straight to the gumming and we can proceed. Alright, so at this point now I'll beg to cut. Nothing is just alright. So now we want to cut the sleeve. So you start from the outside point, Please mind you, I talk about this shape. Then you are going to trim. Then you get your cap shape. Don't rush, please, just take your time so your curve can come out very well. Alright, the same thing to the small sleeve. Alright, so now please, very important, then you notch your 2 inches. Now the notch is not going to be too obvious, just a little notch. Just a little notch, please, so you know where to fold. Alright, so now on your arm line, you go upward with 1.5 inches. Then you notch. Now this 1.5 is going to fit in, it's going to be our setting when we want to fix our sleeve. Are we good? I'm sorry. Now the sleeve cuff. You place the sleeve. Now we are just going half, just the cap of the sleeve. Just the cap of the sleeve. Once you cut it, that is all, you roll it off. The next is your small sleeve. Just the cap as well, the top point. Alright, so you fold as well. Now the next one is this continuation of your suit. Just the cap as well. After gumming the top part, we cut a stay of 2.5 inches. Now we are going to gum it to this down part. Now when you want to gum it, you make sure it's not touching the down part. You leave like half inches and you sprinkle water. Then you do the same thing to the other side. This is the sleeve. Then you sprinkle water. Now, we folded, we notch 0.2 inches. Now you are going to fold the 2 inches. 2 inches. You're going to fold, then use your puller to calm it down. Alright, so on the big sleeve you do the same thing, then you fold it down. Alright, then we are going to trim. Now after folding, you notice there's an excess. You trim off the excess. You trim off the excess. Do where to trim the excess. Then you trim the excess lining and excess ST. Yes, so you trim the excess ST. Make sure the ST is exact.